Howdy, howdy. It's Thursday.
No doubt.
Do you have some thoughts?
I have some thoughts.
Wonderful. We have thoughts for Thursday.
I mean, actually, I've written down thoughts.
And a bit of arty fun. Maybe some product talk, it looks like. I think she's going to mix some things. Maybe a little gel printing. We're going to, we're going to punch some holes and bind some things. Yeah. Real action-packed
We got plans. We got plans.
Yes, a real action-packed one we got there today. And I'm just happy she's up and out of bed because poor thing was in bed all day yesterday. She's not
it was
feeling
horrible. I didn't sleep all night. I coughed and carried on. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this is P over here.
M over there.
Patricia.
Mariah.
And together
we are PM Artist Studio.
Welcome to all of y'all in the chat. Please do say hello so we can say hello back. If you want to hang out in the background, that's totally fine. But do give those thumbsy upsies. We love that to happen in the beginning, even if you're watching the replay, because it lets people know right away. Oh,
we need to go over there right
something's
now.
happening. This is our theory.
Yes,
we're sticking to it. It may not even be true.
May not even be true.
But the other reason to say hello in the chat right now, even if you've already said hello, is so that way I know that you're here and I can say hello back as far as the participants are concerned, because that's how I know. And for whatever reason, it kind of times out. So, all right, let's see here. We have Angela Ann, Art Adventures by Crafty Gal, that's Yutha. Art Curious by MNW, that's Miriam. Belinda, Candy, Carrie, Christy, Colleen, Darcy, Dana, Deb, Denise, Diane, Eddie, Estella, Evie, Fran, Griffin Shell, that's Rhonda, Jacqueline, Janice Marie, Jeanette, aka Jeanette. Oh, Jelly John is here today. Judy P, Lynn Nygaard, Linda, Lydia, Mary Ellen, Mary Luxa. We got Pages of an Art Journal. That is Christina, Patricia Lee, Patty Fulton, Paula, Sa G. Let us know if that's what you want us to call you, or if you have something else in the chat, let us know. Sandy Franklin's here. Silver Granny, that's Lynn. Susan Anderson, SWL. Texture Junkies, that is Sharon. The Castigilia. Kim, I'm sorry. I know I murder that every time, and I do apologize.
Castigilia?
So it's Castigilia apostrophe S.
Castagilias. I don't know if the G is an H.
Glia? Castiglia.
Castiglia. Could be.
Whew.
It depends on
My
if
mouth just doesn't want to get around it.
Oh.
Trish Coogan is here. Victoria, hello and welcome. I believe you are new. Wendy H is here. If Trish is here, that usually means Evie. Yes, she popped in up there. Did I say? Yeah, I did say Estella. All right, I think I got everybody. See how quickly I went?
Wow, that was amazing.
That's some good stuff right there. Just call her Sarah. All right. I'm going to write that down because if
Sarah.
I don't... Yeah, well, Saw G was Sarah.
Okay.
I'm writing it down.
That's the best thing to do. I have a note up here on the thing that says something to the effect. GDP sent it to me. Oh no, it left.
Well, you've done some rearranging.
I have. It says make a note.
We try to be friendly, Victoria.
Oh, here it is. Word. Write it down. Word.
She wrote that down. She lost it for a minute and then she found it.
Yeah. Okay, so thought for today. And a lot of this is prompted because I did very quickly go through and my comments were sparse and few between because I was in a hurry and I just want to kind of get a feel about what's going on in Makers because it's been a while since I was there due to my yeah, that stuff. But anyway,
Gayla's here. She says, I'm afraid P is going to outdo the fistula comment, and I'm afraid what it might be. I guess that's why she's here early.
I received more trinkets, aka fistulas, paint fistulas.
I don't think even Macy will think that that's any better than what we were trying to avoid.
Trinkets. What was I thinking? Yes, and they were lovely. They were very nicely compacted. I don't know. I have them
Yes,
here.
Jolynn. And Jolynn usually watches on the replay. And Jolynn, I also emailed you. So, you know, if you're watching this,
Yes.
check your email. I found it. I found it over there downstairs in my office that I buried. It was totally my fault.
Okay. Yes, and that's a funny little rhyme. Little Izzy used to watch this cartoon, and it was about a little squirrel, and then the nuts and hiding the nuts. And
I found it. I found it over there.
Found it over there. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Anyway, okay. So here's what my overview was of, you know, looking at what's going on
Hi,
and
Diane.
people, you know,
Hey,
trying new different things, the long haul thing. And so I just thought, well, we just need a little pick me up here, because I really get discouraged sometimes doing those, because they never, pardon me, come off the plate the same. It's one of those wonderful serendipitous things. When it happens, you jump for joy, and when it doesn't, you wallow in the mud and feel sorry for yourself. That's just the way it is. So I have, here's today, keep on keeping on. AKA, stay with it and give it another go.
It's the long haul.
It is.
It may require more than one haul.
Yeah.
Hauls.
Try something different. You know, just switch it around. Colors. You know, put your humidifier on, or your dehumidifier, as the case may be.
Yeah.
Do think about what was done and what could change the results, because this is where you're in the, once you've got them all together and you're looking over them, keep them in order, because that's going to tell you what you used prior to.
Yeah.
You know?
I loved that Paula kind of, she gave a running list of hers.
Yeah. Okay, that's important, because that is part of the success of the whole
Scoop.
endeavor. Be fearless. Play hard like a 5-year-old. Sans the whine, crying,
I added that in.
thrashing about on the floor. And, well, you can do that. It just, you know, don't video it.
And
And
don't
we'll
have
never
others
know.
have to participate in that.
And, above all, remember, the gel plate is a fickle mistress, temperamental and predictable. That's what keeps it all interesting and fresh.
Yes.
So, those are my thoughts for today. You may use them as you so desire, or not.
Leave your comments below.
Totally up to you.
Commenting
Okay.
on the comments. There was a YouTuber that used to do that. I
Mo
loved her.
says, just a thought. Just a thought.
Just a thought.
Okay. So,
Do I need to go topside?
yeah, that would be good.
Okay.
That would be good. All right. I don't know if I'm supposed to show the note or not.
Yeah, it's best not to, just in case, you know.
Yeah, okay. Here are my trinkets. These were sent along with some lovely gel prints, which I think are going to. And I'm not sure what this little stuff is here, but it's some kind of,
Kind of paint
it
scanning
might
business.
be, it might be the,
What is that?
the hairdryer thing.
Hey, Kirsten. What does that even mean, though? Like,
You know, the stuff, the gooey stuff.
the gooey stuff.
The stuff, the powder stuff.
No,
that
I don't think so.
No?
Mm-mm.
Mariah says nay, nay.
I think it's paint. You know, like skin type things.
Oh, it could be, yeah, because it's very flexible. That other stuff is hard as a brick bat. And I believe they can be very delicately pulled apart and used separately.
Eddie says he leaves his hissy fits on the cutting room floor. He edits that out. What you should do is make a little blooper reel for the end.
Oh, yeah, and then you could put them all together and just have them back to back. It could just be one big hissy fit. Yeah, okay, I try not to throw them, but I do know I do often. Now look at this. I just think these are so lovely because I will not even have to worry about it. I will just put them on there as is.
Yeah, it's
Lovely.
it's a cluster.
It's a cluster.
And a good one.
It's
Not the
no.
F one.
No, yeah, not that one.
It's fine. It's a fine cluster.
It's a very fine Valentine. You are mine. Okay, thank you. And look at that little charming, oh dear, I'm losing my clusters. Back in there, you little buggers. Nice little carnival paper tissue envelope.
Hello, Reverend Sonia.
Yes. All right, so that's that. Now we look at these really
Hey, Lisa.
cool little prints. Now, I don't know if these little fishes are... Excuse me.
Well, we're not gonna chit chat about the design until I know things.
Okay, we're not going to chit chat about it. I'm just going to show it to you. The reason I am not imbibing today is because I've already had a massive dose of cough medicine, and then I took my nettle tincture, and I don't want to, you know,
Mix it up.
fall over on a live stream. I mean, how embarrassing. Mariah'd have to take over, and you know, and she wouldn't know what to do, and
Have to roll you out of the way.
roll me out of the way.
Extract you from.
Yeah, and if I, you know, fall one way, I could hit my head, and really, I mean, we could really have like a 911
Oh, Sherry,
situation.
she just finished her thoughts. So, if you want to rewind just a few minutes ago.
Okay, well, I love this. I love the motion of this, everything about this, and I would just, yes, this is like super spot on.
She was quick with her thoughts today.
Yeah, there were some good ones. This is wonderful. I love the little annular,
That was a great mix.
the shibori type. Yeah, it's very nice. Very nice. And, of course, I love the skull. I must have that. And I think, I'm not sure if that's, I don't know if that's embossed or just,
Yeah, I don't know either.
Pounced.
But it has some.
it does have a bit of raised texture to it. And I don't have a skull of that particular variety.
Yeah, I think it is. Because even P saw that, and I was like, ooh, I hadn't caught that earlier, that it's an octopus. The one's an octopus. The other ones are 3 fish, and then there's the skull.
Yeah, I like
It's
it.
pretty
I
cool.
like them all. I like them
So,
all.
thank you, Jolynn.
Thank
and
you, Jolynn.
I apologize once again for losing that. I didn't technically lose it. It just got buried. It happens. Even in my office. See, the little baby leaves me things.
It happens a lot more in my
Yes.
office. All right. We're going to talk about some things here very quickly, as I know I addressed this earlier.
Well, and you know we have the sculpin fish. Like, they're in the shop. We just haven't shown those yet.
Oh,
But if we could get our hands on those other fish,
that would be good.
that would be good. I'd like
You-
to
you
have
could-
both.
You could make a whole page of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so this is how this was made right here. I just put the roll,
Hi, Sandra.
the tape roll down.
Drew a circle.
Okay, that was before I put the bottom on. And you want to do that because you want to go inside, outside. Okay? If you put the bottom on, you aren't going to be able to do that.
You ain't getting the inside.
Yeah, you're not getting that inside, and that's important because that's where it meets up. Okay, so anyway, that's how this was created. What I did, because it was not, I just added a little bit too much, but let me tell you what, it's better to go a little wide than tight.
Yeah.
Because remember, you're going to be adding layers.
Oh, I'm so glad you're here, Christy. Wonderful. Christy Hartman's here.
Okay,
We're going to show some stuff.
yes.
Sharon's here, too. We're going to show some of your stuff, Sharon.
Oh, yeah. Is that, the one, the
Yeah.
other doors.
The other doors.
The other
More
doors.
dates.
Well, I'm going to start, I haven't started my tag for my swap.
Oh, and then Fran says yes, and we have whales, sharks, dolphins, and whatnot in Fran's folder for queuing up.
Ah, yes.
So maybe we'll do a big old fish fest.
Fish Fest.
Well, they're not
That
all
would be
fish,
gr-
but
that would
you
be
know,
great.
You know what I mean?
Okay, so back to this.
Water animals.
This now has 3 coats of gesso on it, and the dadgum blue marker is still coming through. Loud and clear. So, if you want something, to give yourself a little guideline like forever and ever, that's the one to use. If it's not, I suggest you use another marker.
Or a pencil.
Or a pencil. But you know, the reason I did that is because I wanted to make sure that I was
Sure, quick would be good.
What?
Just carry on.
I was twisting my thing around here. And then I got to thinking, well, I need to add a little bit more wiggle room there because I'm going to be gessoing it. I'm going to be adding, I don't know how thick, I might use tissue paper, but I might use copy paper because I've done that. So I want that lid to go on there, number one. And you can see it's starting to fit a whole lot better. And yeah, that's after 3 coats. But I did take and on the inside do another strip. And that did 2 things. It kept the lid from hitting on these little things on the inside part. You know what I mean?
Jean?
These little things on the inside. So I took and put a strip around there on the inside. Then I gessoed over it, and then I gave it a bit of a sanding. And today before, oh, I don't know, earlier this morning.
This box has hours in it.
It had hours in it.
And it's not even done.
It's not even done. So what I did is I took, it says, an ideal sealer adheres to all surfaces. So I did put a layer of that around there, and now we're going to do one more coat of gesso to see if it covers up and if it doesn't bleed through.
Oh, so you did already apply.
Oh, I've already applied this.
All right.
And I went ahead and used some around that you can see it glows a little bit, and it does yellow out a little bit. That's my only concern.
But you're using this underneath, so probably not a big concern.
I don't really care. If that is an issue for you, then, you know, find something else. This ain't it.
This ain't your product.
And, yeah, and what I would do is, Golden specifically has a non-yellowing.
We're thinking that, Deb. I mean, she might have to get the kills after it.
That's true.
I thought about that, but God, that stuff stinks. Like, and if you want the, like, they have the water-based kills, but I mean, if that other stuff wasn't knocking back the blue marker, nor would that other water-based, you will have to go with the oil-based.
Oh,
like
yeah,
the
and
stuff
that's horrible.
that they put on the walls to, you know, seal in the cigarette.
Ooh.
Well, it's the only way to, like, once it's permeated the
A
walls.
surface. You either have to start over or...
You gotta gut them out, or you seal that stuff in.
And this is really okay to do this because right now... Pardon me.
She's fine.
I'm fine. It's just that stuff. And if I take all the heavy-duty stuff that I take to stop that, I will not be sitting here in this chair. I will be in bed. Okay, so... Again, this is the gesso from Cheap Joe's. I highly recommend it.
I used to work in, I worked for a couple of different construction or, you know, interior design companies. I like building products. I'm glad we have the little camera. There you go. She knew what I meant by that.
You know, I
It's okay. Because you want your arm, like, you know, when you're doing that, you kind of hold it up close. It's...
I don't know. Maybe.
Is it looking promising, or?
It looks promising, more so because, you know, usually by the time I got all the way around it, it already started seeping back through. This is a, I mean, I can still see, a shadow of blue is there, but nothing to compare.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shoot, what I wanted to do also before I wanted to see how the gesso, because I really like going over...
Oh, Lynn would like to know why all the coats of gesso if you're going to cover it up with gel prints.
Because it's cheap cardboard.
And
it gets wobbly and mushy.
It soaks up all moisture and gets kind of poofy.
And it doesn't hold its shape.
I forgot about that.
And especially this one right here. This inside strip. Boy, I mean to tell you, that was like a worm. It was wiggly. I wanted to make sure that the gesso goes over the top of this sealant, because the sealant is very slick, and that does not make for a good surface to be putting your paper on over.
Yeah.
It just scoots around, especially tissue paper.
That's kind of the other reason for obviously just at least like one coat of the gesso would be to add
Yes.
this tooth to the surface.
And you know, and if you're doing the technique where you add the masking tape to give some support to whatever your wiggly structure is, you definitely want to use some kind of something that has a little tooth to it, because I've tried going straight on to the tape and it's a whip.
Yeah. It's unpredictable for sure.
And we don't mind doing this because we want to get that top to start, having a little less wiggle, and we're just adding one more little layer there to really make sure that that's nice and stable.
And says duct tape and kills cover a multitude of sins.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And if it's really a serious situation, you know
what?
bring in the baling wire.
Hey, and Debsy, I don't know if they'll have it in California or not, because it's some kind of gnarly stuff, but maybe they do. They definitely would have the water-based version of the kills, but like the old school hardcore kills is meant.
And you're supposed to wear respiratory equipment when you use it, because it's usually spray form.
Because it's an oil-based, so it like seals it in, whatever's behind there, and then preps the surface for whatever you'd like to then be on top. But yeah, you just find it at Home Depot or whatever.
Yeah, California's a lot.
They're a little more strict about all that business. In fact, the pool noodle talk, Rhonda was saying that they have now ixnayed those in the state of California. So.
Well, that's what I said on my comment was, go to garage sales. People get rid of those things all the time because their kids outgrow them and they just throw them in there.
Or just hang out by a pool, because people always leave them. Just pick up one.
Snatch them up before they get back. Okay.
Or hang out for a while. Leave a note. I have your pool noodle.
But well,
I would just like a couple inches.
I wrote on there, I said, this pool noodle was not purchased for this. It was something that I've been kicking around in Izzy's bedroom for who knows how long. And I don't even know. It's only half.
Well,
the other part of the noodle is out in the garage, I think, that she played with. She used it as a bonker.
Well, and we ended up with them, like, we didn't purchase them. I don't, like I said, we may have ended up with them from, like, being at the pool. And they were just left there.
Okay. So, we saved them from the landfill.
Yeah.
And
I'm blowing away.
The reason they're wonderful is because of the density. They're not like styrofoam or that other stuff that we used that was real crumbly and whatnot. Mm-hmm. Once I stabbed that skewer in there, I knew it was going to stay. I didn't add glue or anything. As you can see, my cough medicine is not working all that well. Might have to break down and do a little nettle here.
Yeah, exactly, Deb. Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Well, remind me to look at this later.
It's construction gesso. That's right. that was good, Christina. That's funny.
Runny nose, runny nose, runny nose.
Steal all the noodles. Well, liberate. Liberate the noodles.
And the thing is, if you take your knife, you can leave half of it there, and they'll only miss half of it.
Oh, the plexiglass pieces that we get, typically, we like, you can get them at pretty much any hardware store. You just need to go to the window section. Now, some hardware stores, you can buy the larger sheets and have them cut it down. They will actually cut it for you. Some hardware stores have pre-cut sheets. Be careful with the pre-cut sheets because they tend to be thinner.
Yeah.
Like, I think they're more meant for, like, for frames and pictures and things of that nature versus window.
Have a lot of weight on them.
Right. We really like the ones in the actual window department, and the ones that you can have cut down to the sizes that you want. Because really, like for a 5x7 plate, ideally what you get.
Yeah, because I don't mind the thin ones for the smaller plates.
Right.
See how thin that is? But when you're going for these others, Oh, yeah, some stuff.
But anywhere from a 1/2 inch to a full inch or so on the outside is really nice.
Yeah, because
around.
then you've got something to grab hold of. But you see the thicknesses of this. The bigger your plate gets, the heavier you want your plexiglass.
Yeah.
Just to support it and not be wobbly.
But great question.
Yeah, that's a good. And
yes, it's a liberation and relocation program for the pool noodles. I mean, we're doing our part all the way around.
Way around, yeah. And if you've got neighbors with kids or whatever, and their pool noodles kind of nicked up and, mucky mucked on the edge.
Yeah, and that's the other thing is some of them do, like, they get kind of a little funky.
But then you just chop off the bad ends and the middle part's still good.
Yeah, you can use it still for the arty business. And she covered it up.
Yeah.
For those people that want a pristine pool noodle. We'll take the old ones.
Yes.
Relocate, like I said.
Yes, yes.
Give them a home.
Relocate, rehome. All of the above. Okay, yeah. Now, what was I talking about? I don't know why I have 2 of these out here. Oh, I did, because I was setting my stuff up on that to keep it so it wasn't touching. Real quick one. My last paint came in this morning, and I'd even forgotten I ordered this. This is the Liquitex. Remember, I've got this in the blue selection. Quinacridone Burnt Orange. I hope we have time to use that today. I don't know that we're going to, because I am going to mix up some paint here using my recipe, and I don't know why I put my recipe away.
And it was mentioned quite a few times in the last stream regarding the kind of Q&A. So, please do feel free to ask whatever questions, even if it may not pertain to exactly what's going on. I will try to work it in or come back around to it.
Yes. Don't hesitate to do that, because that's one of the reasons that the format that we use here is kind of like an open
forum
concept, open forum, where the things that we do are sort of just jumping off points, and you can get on the train anytime
or get off.
Yeah, and if you want to get off, that's fine too. You can get off at the next stop and go have some coffee, but don't forget to get back on.
Yeah, come back, comment.
All right, so the pool mixtures, that's what we're going to call these. Specifically
that was smart. So Marta, she taped 2 of the thin ones together.
Tape 2 of the thin ones.
The acrylic sheets, the plates.
Oh, well, of course you could.
Yeah.
Duh.
Well done.
Oh, yeah.
Hadn't even thought of that.
Especially if you've got them. That's what I always say. Everything on that bracelet tree, except for the turntable, was used. And the stand thing, that was used for Mariah's holy book. As
I'm a little sad because it was kind of part of its
yeah.
display, but
Well, we'll have to make something else.
That's fine. It's
on the shelf.
It's on the shelf. It's bound up.
Bound up. But it doesn't have a display. But we shall look. I will be happy.
When we win the lottery, and we have a little,
a gallery.
A gallery.
Off of the studio. Absolutely. With lots of wonderful lighting and pedestals for
in the
our
hotel lobby.
Oh, yes.
I love that. Like right off the lobby next to the bar. You can get, I was about to say, you can have a little libation and then go look at some art.
Yeah.
We'll put it in cases.
Well, we should have the gallery on one side and the gift shop on the other. The gift shop should be next to the bar because you're a lot more apt to buy something when you're about 3 sheets to the wind. I've made a lot of purchases.
Oh, yeah.
That one scarf that makes you itch.
Were you?
Pretty much. We had lunch, remember? That was liquid.
There was liquid involved.
That was liquid involved.
I do love that scarf, but it is itchy. It's a turtleneck. You gotta wear it with turtleneck
I have some
with the
necklaces that are definitely turtleneck necklaces. You only see me wearing them in the wintertime because they leave a dent in your neck. Okay, moving right along here. All right, this is the other side of my little swatchy.
Definitely.
Sorry, swatchy sheet.
Swatchy sheet.
My swatchy sheet. Okay.
Swatchy.
So we have the deck. That's what I just used the sealer on the inside of my little lid.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And remember, I just decided I went ahead and covered my box in this, and I left it. I love it. It makes it almost look like it's really old.
Uh-huh.
Kind of faded a little bit.
And things do get a little gritty after they've, kind of the dust is built up on them.
I'm not going to say anything.
Just,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. It happens. If I wear my jewelry often enough that really I don't have to worry about dust because I just kind of, dust it off as I wear it.
Hi, Debbie.
And the drawback to using just the regular straight pins, which I have to do on a lot of my earrings because the push pins are too fat. They don't, go on there.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're dusting, it catches up on the feather duster business and kind of creates more of a problem down below because it just shreds your duster. Just letting you know that in case you...
This is all kinds of tips here, y'all.
Yeah, absolutely. And they're free. Okay, so I cleaned off my brush again.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to use this to compare the mixture of the Lukas Cryl Amsterdam Extra Heavy Gel Medium Matte. What did I do with that? Oh my God. I just had it here.
Did you put it away?
No. Okay. Extra Heavy Gel Medium and Retarder. That's the one we're going to mix up today because as you can see, it's not empty. But we're not going to mix in the jar. In fact, I will try to dig what's in there out and muck it about on the plate. So, what do we need? We've got this. Where is Lukas? Lukas is right here somewhere. There he is. And we've got this and the retarder. And the retarder should be right here on my handy dandy little... I'm so glad you guys got to see that the other day. Wasn't that kind of cool to see? When you just see us in these static positions all the time, you don't really have a sense of the, what's going on. And now you do.
Yes.
Even Fran said, "Oh, now I see the little hole that you pass stuff back and through." It doesn't like go into a tube or something and gets sucked down the hall or something. No, she's right there, right across from me. We could even, shake hands if we wanted to. And I leaned in.
Oh no, we don't want any more pool noodles. We don't need, we don't need pool noodles. Don't send pool noodles. We've got. Yeah, there's still even a couple out in the garage.
Yeah, the other half of the one that I used.
Mm-hmm.
Which I don't know why we cut that in half. We were going to use that for something. Oh, I know. We were going to make we were going to use it to stamp, or I was going to use it to stamp with, so I cut it in two. I didn't even ask anybody else did it.
Hello, Miriam.
I mean, it's that size is better for Izzy to bonk things with anyway. Mm-hmm. And watched her and the little boy next door battle each other with what do you call it? Bowling pins.
The large pins, yeah.
And
beat it in the ground like...
waiting for one of them to get bonked on the head.
Yeah, somebody always ends up crying.
Wham, wham. But it didn't happen. They gave it up. I think they realized it was not a good idea. I don't know. Children that age, who knows? Okay, now, let's talk about, and I've had people say to me, those are not recipes. You're absolutely right. They are not recipes. It's like, I'm not really a crocheter.
It's really a list of ingredients.
It's a list of ingredients that are totally arbitrary and up to you.
Yeah.
So what I do something called ratio. What to what. So this should be your big, this should be your biggest, ignore that. This one here.
Yeah.
So if we go with, let's just say 1 part Lukas Cryl Pastos. The Liquitex retarder should be like about 1/3. The impasto, now this is one of those where you can wiggle a little bit on it. It just depends on, do you want it to stay more opaque or do you want it to become more transparent? The more impasto, the more transparent. The less impasto.
Translucent.
Yeah, there you go. Okay? So 1, 1/3, 2, I don't know.
I'm just being transparent.
Just whatever. All right? Does that make sense?
Y'all got that?
Hope so.
That's kind of how she works.
That's how I work. And I'm going to use a
Hey,
big,
Maxine.
oh,
Oh, she has homemade vanilla. Wonderful.
Ooh.
Wish you could send that here.
yum. We like vanilla. All right.
Hi, Mitzi.
This has already got mucky muck on it. And I don't think it's going to be anything that's going to come up. And then there's not enough there to matter anyway.
This is not going to taint your mixture.
Well, I'm going to taint my mixture slightly anyway. Because remember we talked about the other day. Can you put color in? The answer is yes, you can.
Okay.
You can also make your mixture your beige. And this is a warm beige. You can see that.
Mm-hmm.
But we can also make it a cool beige by adding a teeny tiny little bit. And I'm stressing because depending on the pigmentation of whatever it is that you're adding, you want to be very careful. Remember, you can always add more, but you can't take it out.
Oh.
What?
She was looking after her sister's little pooch who got attacked by a vicious dog this past Monday. It's terrible.
This makes me really sad. Bullet was attacked by a German Shepherd once, and I told the lady I should sue her.
Yeah, what'd she say?
She said, well, your dog wasn't on a leash either. I said, my dog didn't attack yours. Yours attacked mine. Yeah, poor old Bullet. I've had to save him a couple times. I saved him from a pit bull once.
Yeah.
Okay. We're thinking about the size of our jar.
No, P is making the Lukas Cryl pull mix.
Yeah, please don't use this much on your gel plate.
Yeah.
This is, look at that, how perfectly
No, she wanted to know if you're making a medium gray.
Who said that?
Fran.
Fran. Oh, well, Fran, I can. It's not gonna be medium, it's gonna be light.
Extra light.
Extra light because I want to use it for a pull. And I don't want it to have that much color to it at all.
Yeah.
Okay? Alright, now remember the retarder? I can't remember what it says in golden, but it said it should be less than something. You should use small amounts, not big amounts.
Yeah.
Of the retarder. Because it will mess you up. So I'm just using a couple of little squirts there.
Yeah.
Because remember also, the other thing here I'm using is the, which one am I making? Oh, here it is, yeah. The Amsterdam Extra Heavy, okay, well this doesn't have any retarder in it. This is just the gel. But remember this other stuff that I have here, this has slow drying stuff in it. This acrylic medium by Liquitex. And then this triple thick stuff, the reason I like it is because it has a gloss to it. So there's reason for using each thing. This is matte. So it's going to stay matte.
Fran, she wants to make a gray that's between the shade of Payne's Gray and Golden Titan Green Pale. We have that green pale.
We do?
Mm-hmm.
News to me.
This. Hey.
Oh, yeah, and it's an open. Yeah. Okay. So I'm putting enough of this out here. Oh man, look at that hair there.
Is that yours?
Don't think so.
Dog?
I think it's Mazzy.
Mm.
It's very short. Doesn't matter, just protein. Okay, I'm going to do a little bit more out there because I want about half as much of this as that. Because remember, we're trying to get this to The reason I don't like the Lukas Cryl is because it's so chalky. So what we're going to do is we're going to mix this all around here. Glop, 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 glop. And then it's going to fit back into the jar. Well, hopefully it is. We might have to.
Now, part of the reason she figured this out is because she had purchased 3 tubes of the business.
And
Here's the other way you can get this very quickly. You can buy the Lukas Cryl Studio paint. And it is pretty much what you need to pull. It's a great pull color. It's a great, heavy body, right? Or kind of a medium body. I don't know if it says heavy body.
It's I would say medium. It's not like this. It's not a heavy body.
Yeah, this is heavy body, and it says heavy body on it.
Yes, it says so right there in the
Packaging.
description. So you see why it's a good idea to mix it out here. And this is I see Fran doing this, and she's right about this. If you try to mix it in that little jar, you're never ever going to get it mixed up to the point. And remember the other day when I told you, and we're going to pull that one, where I said there were some little parts streaks of something. Well, what happened was that was the Lukas Cryl before it got mixed in with something else. And it just didn't get incorporated.
Did you scoop your other stuff out?
I didn't. There's really not that much in here to scoop out. I'm just going to go with it.
Not going to worry about that.
Stay away from the sides. It's, yeah. Good enough.
All right.
All right, so when you can see that it's all, and you don't see anything, hanging out there that looks like it might be.
It looks like banana pudding is what Carla says.
Yes, it's lovely.
I don't like banana pudding.
I like banana pudding.
Brad likes banana pudding.
I like banana pudding with
vanilla
wafers.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that.
Soggy vanilla wafers. Lovely. Hey, how about that for
well done.
a
Mix and scoop.
Mix and scoop.
She can get a job at one of those creameries.
Yeah. All right, now I'm just going to, this leftover that I've got here, I'm just going to leave on here because this can be really interesting.
Mucky muck.
Mucky muck. See some of those little, those little hard things right there? Those are what we're showing up in the
previous mix.
Yeah. Okie dokie. Knock it down.
Hello, Linda S. Welcome.
Go around your edge here so it doesn't glue the lid on. You'll be happy that you did that.
Wipe the little liddy nose.
Wipe its nose. And make sure you've got it nice and sealed up. And there we go. Okay, now Fran. Let's do Fran's. Since we've got this out here. And we'll just use this and, just add some more wonderful texture. All right, I've got this green here. And you can use any green you've got. Maybe I should just use, she wants a gray between
this, like this is too light, I believe.
Okay, well
and
that's
Payne's
good.
gray is too dark.
And Payne's gray is too dark. All right, well we're going to start out with this green, which I can lighten up, and that's probably the way to go. Lighten it up before you go on. There's some of my titanium white.
Chocolate pudding, yes, I agree with that.
What is it? Oh, chocolate's good too.
I like vanilla pudding as well. I like pudding. Just not banana.
Okay, let's smush that around a bit.
Between the shades, but doesn't have to be green while you're getting green.
Pardon?
She said between the shades. It didn't have to be green, though.
Okay, well, I'm going to make it gray.
She's going to make it gray.
I'm going to make it gray.
She's going to turn that green gray.
You just
You want to know how she's going to do that? She's going to add some red or something reddish to it.
And this is the trick. You don't want to go too crazy.
Don't go cray-cray. It's a very serious. It's a.
There we go.
You knew it was.
Gonna poop it out there in a big old bird.
Yeah. And
Bird
once
string.
it's in the mix, it's in the mix.
It's in the mix. All right, I want you to watch this. This is magic. Magic, magic. My kids at school, they loved mixing paint more than anything. My second graders could mix up a mean neutral. I've told you the story about that little, I think her name was Gabby. I don't know. 24 neutrals from primary colors.
Lovely.
Second grade. Well, I mean, she was proud.
She's mixing it there so that way she didn't get the glops. I mean, if you have if you have glass.
Yeah.
I don't like listening to the glass. It scrapes and it makes me want to, climb the wall.
All right. Now, I don't know, Fran. All you have to do to this now, it's still a little on the green side. And the thing about it is you need to test it on paper, because what we're doing here, you're just looking at it. And it's hard to read it.
Yeah.
I'm going to put it on a piece of paper, and we're going to do some swatching here. Okay, so this is the color that you said is too light. Get one of these damn pieces of paper I've been saving forever and ever just for this purpose. So you look at it and you say, I think it needs a tiny bit more red. Because it's still saying green to me. It should, when you put it on your swatch sheet, it should not say red or green. It should say gray. Well, that's a brown.
Yeah.
Okay, let's put a little bit more white with it, right? Are you thinking a little bit more white? What do you say, Fran?
Oh yeah, because that's dark. That's you're closer to like kind of where the Payne's gray is gonna be.
Well, yeah, sort of, kind of. All right, I'm going to put this over on the side so I can add it
Hello, Christy, and yes,
incrementally.
sometimes she was fun
Pardon?
as an art teacher.
I'm a better art teacher for older kids. The little kids, we frustrated each other.
She had higher expectations for them than they were probably capable.
Hey, like I said, I had second
Hey,
graders.
Susan Anderson says my computer color is off. They both look gray to me. See, some of these people, you're there. It really. And what's kind of crazy too is because grays are very funny in the fact that whatever is near them, they are definitely going to pick up different tones.
Okay, how about that?
Fran, yay! She says yay. She's. I think she's happy.
Okay, so you don't need to purchase it in a tube.
Use what you got.
Use what you got.
If you got greens, tone them back with red.
Knock it back with red and white. And if you don't want to lose your transparency or your translucence, use your
Whatever paint you have the most of that you dislike, use it.
to make a gray. Just use your color wheel, whatever is opposite on your color wheel. Eventually you're going to get that. Now, if I put yellow with this and it went to yellow, all I'd have to do is add some more red and blue, violet, to bring it back into the neutrals. This is why you have to become familiar with your color wheel. Well, you don't. Either that or you can, mine's up here on the thing. I love this color, but it's open, and it does stay open a long time.
Yeah, the golden, when it says open, they ain't messing around.
They ain't messing around. It is for sure. Okay, I'm going to see if I can find something on here that's similar.
Carrie, I think I might have a problem seeing grays because we have some blankets and some sheets that both P and Brad say are different colors. And I'm like, that's gray.
This isn't, it, but
To
it's,
me.
close enough. I'll just use the side here.
Or maybe they're both wrong. That could be it.
She may just be more perceptive than we are.
I feel like that's true. But that's actually not true because Brad can see some colors that I can't.
Okay, we're just going to go ahead and...
We played one of those, like... It was like a computer thing, but they show you the different... They go through these different ones, and Brad could see more shades than I could. Which was pretty interesting.
Well, this will be real interesting as a...
It's a good talk.
This is kind of like a brayer off. This is a plate off.
A smush off.
Smush off. We'll be able to get that up with some of the stuff that we already created there. Okay. Now, any questions about that? This is where we started. This is where we ended up. Do I need to know anything?
Not at this moment.
Okay. All right. Fortunately, I do have some other plates that I can use. And what I do on these...
Hello, Arty Dar.
I always put it on the shelf so that I can grab the big side with my thumb rather than this little side over here.
We try.
What is it?
Some days we try. Most days we try. Some days it's just, woo. I'll turn it on for a minute.
I'm doing a lot of manual labor over here.
I see that. You're working that palette knife like a, artist
Mad.
pro. Yeah, or mad
Mad.
little scientist over there.
Like Fred, I'm turning into
Yes.
her doppelganger. Here.
Doppler.
Okay, Doppler. That's
She's
radar.
got a radar.
I'm pretty proud of those green grays.
Green grays.
Green grays.
Some call them like army green. Or institutional green.
Institutional green. It's not institutional. Institutional. That's that horrible stuff that... Have I told you about my necklace? I gotta tell you about this. This is so fun. Shut up, Ron. Okay, so I got this at the flea market in Albuquerque.
Oh, wait, hold on. Because this pertains to what you just showed. Lynn would like to know. Would it go brown if more red was added?
Yes, ma'am, it would. And I should have done that. I apologize. Yes, now, if you wanted it to be more of a cool green, you'd add more blue, a little tiny bit of blue. You want it to be more warm, you'd add a little yellow. But you're talking about milk chocolate as opposed to dark chocolate.
Oh, how much retarder do you need to add to a heavy body paint to get it to an open paint? It depends. But you don't want to... Oh, you know what you need to do? You got to go over to Golden Sight.
Yes.
And look up their... Because they don't call theirs retarder. It's extender.
What do they call it? What? I've got my book back here.
Well, I don't think it's in that book. You keep referring to that book, but that ain't the one. Like, the big...
Top coats. Isolation coat. That would not be it. Additives. It should be
Maybe,
here
yeah,
someplace.
should be
Retarder.
There you go.
Is an additive used to increase open time for acrylic, useful in wet techniques, and reducing skinning on the plate. Well, the skinning is where that little dopply
Film.
Yeah.
Or the coat.
Yeah. Okay.
Skin.
So they do have it, and they somewhere or other I have read.
Okay, that's on their website. They go into way more
'cause
detail.
I've got. That's where I read that on those printouts that you made of me of the site. Now I don't know where that is.
Probably
But
in the
it
book
gives
or
you a ratio
Yes.
of what to use and what not to go past in order to maintain the integrity of your beautiful...
Right, because you
heavy
want a
body.
ratio, because it depends on how much paint you're mixing.
of
There's
course.
that's the biggest variable, obviously. And then, yeah.
Now, I think Mariah was referring to Liquitex when she says
Extender.
slow drying.
Or extender. Who calls it extender?
Well, an extender is not the same thing. An extender is making your paint go farther.
Oh.
They call this gel added slow dry gel additive. And then down here, and it says gel in French, and I'm sure I'm retardador. Additivo, slow
you
dry. Additivo.
That's a
I don't know if
two-year.
that's Spanish or Italian,
Yeah.
but whatever. Okay, you get the idea on that. But yes, learning how to do this. It isn't. I mean, you can paint from now till the cows come home and not have to know this. This just makes it a little bit more. I don't know. You feel a little more in control when you have this block of knowledge about how colors interact with each other.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Well, and actually, really what it is that if something bad happens, you now have an escape hatch.
There you go. This is called Plan B with a capital B.
Right. Knowing your color wheel is the escape hatch.
Okay, so I'm going to smear some of this on here with my finger because I don't want to mess with the brush. Look at that. I got that pretty. But I want you to be able to see the. Need to clean the lid. See the difference between these two. And this one over here I've been using a lot more because I've decided that I actually like a clear trinket. This is the one that has the gloss glaze in it. I've decided I kind of like that because when you mix it in with Lukas Cryl, it cuts down the gloss, but it brings Lukas up to a nice satiny finish, which is what I really like. I like that satin. I want that.
Yeah, you don't want it glossy, but
I don't
you don't
want
want
it
it matte.
to look like, you know, it has a streak of snot on it. I want it just to be very shimmery.
Not shimmery, a sheen.
Have a sheen to it, yeah. Like a fat girl sweating. Okay.
So rude.
Well, I'm referring to myself as much as anyone.
Fluffy
Right,
girl.
yeah,
a fluffy girl.
Fluffy girl glow. Okay. That's what Mariah's trying to get out of me by denying me access to the AC.
I had it on for a minute. I started getting cold and then turned it off.
Okay, now we'll wait for that to dry because obviously they're both shiny right now. Duh. And see what happens there. I'm gonna use
Linda thinks that, yes, the satin makes things look finished.
Yeah, it really does. But, like I said, there are times when everything is appropriately used.
You know what I find interesting about that color right there?
I love this color.
I do too.
I really want this color in regular.
Regular.
This is Titan Green Pale. If you don't have this color, it's a good one.
But in the tube, it doesn't look as green as when you... I feel like that. I don't know.
Well,
why.
and you also need to wait till it dries because it probably will dry a lot lighter.
I think it dries darker.
Dries lighter.
Want to put some money on it?
Sure. Y'all heard it. I'm going lighter. She's going darker. All right, let's put those aside for a bit.
We'll check back.
Check back.
Now I'll do a side-by-side screenshot.
What I'm going to do, Mariah, because I don't want to lay anything else on top of that
Okay.
right now, especially that end one there, because God, it'll be there forever drying.
Unless I keep turning
I
on that
remember
AC.
when the first time I used it, I haven't really used it a lot because it's. I don't use the opens as much as I use the others. Just
Yeah.
FYI. Okay, now.
Oh, Fran has the high flow.
High flow what? Oh, in the Titan? Yeah. Hey, I got some high flow here. No, it's not high flow. It's called soft body. You know, they just come up with quinacridone burnt orange. How about that, Fran?
I don't know, Linda. Somebody might know here in the chat.
I love this.
Hey, Dot.
Naranja tostado quinacridone naranja. That's orange.
Anaranjado. I can't say it.
Anaranjado.
Anaranjado.
Naranja. Okay, well, yeah, okay. orange.
I put more in there
I
than it should be.
I don't need this anymore. I don't need this anymore.
You can show them stencils.
Talked about, yeah, I'm going to use those stencils.
Oh, fantastic.
Get
Well,
rid of all of this stuff.
Or should we do the book first? Well, show the stencils.
I think we should show the stencils because
We'll
remember
do the
we're
book at the
going
end.
to put the thing over there so they can watch you.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, and
Yeah.
I forgot to talk about, what time is it? Am I running out of time?
No, we've got 1 hour.
Okay. Well, you need to let me give you a good 15 minutes.
Okay.
Gold mica flakes. Remember those? We used those on the Christmas tree.
Yes.
I just refound those, and I want to use those. And I also found, okay, who hooked us up with all of those extra shiny colors from different people?
What are you talking?
The pearlized colors, and I don't know if it's the same person that gave us this. Yeah?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Who gave us all of the buttery?
When you say it louder to me, it doesn't help me. That's Z.
Thank you.
No, I don't believe that was. It was either Deb or Diane that sent that right
Okay.
there. I apologize. I mean, it's been a little while. It was late,
We could search.
We should write that. Like, if people send us products, we should write it on there so we remember. Because
Well,
I
we
feel
will
like
from
it's
now
rude
on.
that we don't.
Yeah.
And you always
Well,
put me in
there's
the
room
hot
to write
spot.
these down because everybody donated on here. I'd have to buy the large bottle.
I know. We need a logbook.
That would be a good thing.
Yeah.
And if but I'm just busy with my business going on here, and sometimes I don't have time to write that down. All right, so here we go. Now I don't know if I'm going to use these today, but I want to show them because I think they're exquisite,
Yes. Oh, and they got little grabber honors.
and I need to get a piece
And
of.
I ain't got them all mixed up. I love you. Each one of these comes with some
Well, now
star things. I had them stacked on there properly, but you just shook them off.
for
but
sure.
I should have told you
yeah,
that.
and I'm supposed to know that.
Yeah, so some of those go with the big one, and some go with the medium one.
Oh,
Those go, yes.
Look,
See, I had it like
we've
this.
got one set. We'll just cover those up. Don't look at those. Well, that was
The little
kinda-
one comes with 3.
Oh well, one of them got.
Oh goodness, yeah, you already.
One of them already got mussed about.
Oh, God.
There we go.
Gayla says, if you don't keep track, I sent it all to you. It's alright. No shame in that, Gayla.
I bet it's this one. Right? No?
Kind of. Well, it's 2 different sizes. Like, you get kind of two biggers. Yeah, 2 bigger ones because they go to the outside, and then the smaller one that fits in. Kind of.
Kind of like that.
Ish.
Ish.
The two bigger ones will be about the same size.
y'all
I
know
think.
what these would be good for. These are long haulers if you ever saw anything.
I thought about even making a separate set with just. I mean, we kind of have between the poinsettias and.
This is
but
a
they're
long,
different.
long hauler for sure.
Yeah.
They're different.
These are Christy Hartman. Yes. And she's here in the chat. Or she was here earlier. She made it just been like, oh,
Well,
you guys are
I
ridiculous.
expect to see some long hauls on makers with using these boogers.
Well, so with the
But I would want a couple
biggers.
biggers.
Okay, so what I should do is make an accompanying set that is a variety of just the little
Yes, absolutely.
sunflower stars.
Yes.
Okay,
You need an odd number,
will do, Captain. Stay tuned.
but not one is an odd.
Not just one odd one.
Not one. Because then that's just going to,
Make you crazy.
make me crazy. And I don't,
Okay.
We all know that they're... All right. Now, I would use these, but I already committed myself to, because I have not made nor sent out my tags to my partner.
Well, you have till the end of the month, you know.
Oh, I do. What is today?
Today's the 13th.
Oh, I'm
It's
surprised we're
halfway.
doing as well as we are doing. All right, this is great because I'm just going to start. You know, I hate this stupid paper anyway, this black piece of crap tissue paper. That'll be a nice little home for those. Look at that.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So if y'all are curious which ones go with which one, you know, this, that, the other, I'll put a link into the shop.
Yeah, you can look on the website.
They are available. And we're going to be kind of slowly trickling some out. But then each stream, this, you know, from this Thursday to next Thursday, we'll be debuting some each stream. Just so y'all know. But check back in at the website because it may actually, that particular design may actually have come out the day before on the site. So just kind of a way to, you know, keep y'all hanging out at the website if you want to. Otherwise, just come back to the stream. You can see them here. Okay, so.
Okay, so, well, I feel a lot less pressure then.
Good.
For some reason or other, I thought I was behind. Because I see other people posting theirs, and I was like, oh, holy cow, I got to get with it because I haven't even done anything. And I looked through my tags, and none of them jumped out and spoke spring to me.
Yeah, did it
really
spring
not.
into spring for you? Might have to lighten them up. Put some flowers on them.
Yeah, I don't know. My spring is more. This is more my spring.
Yours is like early spring when you're putting out the mulch.
Yeah. And you might have a brave little flower, you know, just barely peeking its little head out and going, I'm getting ready to come up.
Yeah. Or mushrooms. Spring.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, so when I saw these, I told Mariah, I said, I got it. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to have
Firebirds.
phoenixes.
But yes,
Rising from the ashes.
I need to add Phoenix to the description. I meant to do that.
Springing up
From the ash.
fire.
Yes. Yeah. Oh,
Okay. So
Carrie says he thinks the tag theme for April is April showers.
why did I think it was spring?
Well, maybe that's where your brain went.
Yeah.
You could do thunderstorms
April
and
showers bring me flowers and fiery birds. I hope that you're okay with that.
these are from Texture Junkies here in the chat. That's Sharon. She created these. And you'll notice if you'll hold that up to the technology, one of the birds, either one or both. But see, they even have little cutouts, you know, like they've been on fire. I don't know if she meant to do
Frizzle,
that, but we kept it.
Frizzled on the edges. Yes. Fluffy frizzles. Okay, so here was what I thought.
Well, Deb, there isn't one in particular, but I think there are some that are coming out. There's one coming out by Sunday that I think could be used in a way with the Firebirds that have a fiery feel to them.
Well, by golly, y'all just talking about, you know, whatever you just said.
Yeah. Or do we have something?
Where are my raindrops keep falling on your head?
We do have raindrops. Oh, Paula says she does think the tag theme is spring. Well,
these birds are springing back to
Joni's
life.
on vacation. She said, refer all questions to Ann. Ann, you're going to call it.
And
Ann's the decider.
Ann is on my side already.
I don't know about that. That's funny.
She just tells me I can do anything I want.
Well, that's
to do.
true. They all let you just kind of get away with
Well,
whatever.
I've already mucked that one up.
Oh, here, and I'm going to put the Firebirds in there.
All right. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to put these birds down. Make sure I got them going the right way. The first time is very critical.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's the only thing. Oh, no. All right. I don't know if they were thinking about that, but I want them to be going at each other rather than, you know, jumping out of the frame. You know how I am about that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Just have to muss them about here until they cooperate. And
I think Anne's off checking. She's like, I'm not gonna.
Done. Done. And so here's what I thought. Okay, so they're.
Oh, here we go. There's a confirmation. Gosh, you were so bad. The theme is April showers, rain showers, stormy rainbows, clouds, etc. I think etc. covers a lot of stuff. Firebirds. Springing from ashes.
That's right. You know, everybody has their own idea of rejuvenation and, you know, that whole idea of...
Oh, and this falls under winging it. For both reasons, that she's just winging it, and they actually have wings. Look at us, like, you know, making some things happen on time.
Yeah, no kidding.
That's the Maker's Creative collab.
Absolutely, yes.
You want to know more about that? Go to the top of the, She's getting very frustrated with me. The featured area in Makers. You find out about all these things.
Okie dokie. All right, so we want to define these birds in grand style. We don't want any wishy-washy, willy-nilly.
Anne says use some pink and orange, and then you're going to hit a trifecta of challenges, or, you know, we're not calling them challenges.
Explorations. Into the alternative.
That's right.
Alternatives. Well, this is going to alternate here. As soon as I get this black paint open. This is the problem with these fat caps. You know?
Yeah.
My pliers are not built for the fat ones.
You need bigger pliers.
I need bigger pliers. All right, now, you know, we may just go ahead and... What time is it? I have time for, like, a short haul? A short, long haul?
Yeah.
Okay, excellent.
I think so.
Woohoo!
Or we can just, you know, push the book till Sunday.
Okay, well, I really want to do this because I'm excited about
Really,
that
all we're going to do is
pink.
punch some holes. Like, do you want to see that?
Well,
We could actually have that done before the stream.
Yeah, and I could
Sunday.
lace it.
Yeah, and you can lace it on
Yeah, I'll
Sunday.
lace it. That's it. We're lacing on Sunday.
We're going to punch some holes, put the little grommet thing
I
in.
did not
You know,
attend to my brayer.
you talked about that last stream.
I did.
You were sick all day yesterday.
Sick. I just need to leave this someplace where I can look at it and say, oh my God, look at that poor little jobber. Look at him. He's all clogged up in the wrong spots.
Okay, here. This is
I'll put it
wow.
over there.
I love you guys.
I got one that's clean.
All right, so Eddie says, that's my life. Explorations into the alternative. Ooh, Anne has a good suggestion. And use the lattice stencil in the background. You got it all in one Arty Fun, because if you use a lattice with it.
Well, I really wanted raindrops, but I can't find them.
It's in with the water.
Water! That's it! Okay. I can't do that now because I've already got... I'm committed to my...
And Gayla says, trust me, you definitely are well into the alternative. I don't know if she's talking to Eddie or to us, but I think probably maybe all of the above.
Well, I'm pretty mainstream. I mean, I feel like I'm pretty mainstream.
Uh-huh. And you were so not me. No. I guess it depends on which stream.
Mine's a fast-running stream. Fast-running.
Yeah, so Carrie says hole punching and eyelets or something he does he does already, so but newbies may not have seen it.
Well, I don't like doing it.
I will tell you what,
because I'm not good at lining up my...
If time allows, I will try to video me doing that part as like kind of a short little video. Mine didn't even have any sound or anything. especially if the mowers are, hanging out. Why is it? Like, they must be a couple houses down.
Okay, this is lovely. Now see the amount. I probably got a little bit more black out there than I really want, but I want to just not, I don't want to get all of it up. I want a lot of it to just kind of stay there to make it look kind of like it's mussing about.
And the ashes.
Ashes. Ashes. Ashes. We all fall down.
Yeah, just as an example, and then we can say, hey, we did the video. You'll want to go check that out. Okay, I will do my best.
Okay. Now, we want to go orange, so by golly, we're just going to go.
Oh, well, yes.
We're going to go fire.
So you're going to do the pink and orange. I love
Pink
it.
and orange. But here's how I'm going to make my tags.
Oh,
this is my plan right now. What is it? Be prepared to modify.
Yes.
Okay, so here's my plan. The reason there is method to my madness here. To create the 3 tags, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this off on one piece of paper. Then cut it into 3 tags so that you put them all together and they create a puzzle with the phoenixes.
Oh, of course, Susan. Like a majority of these things are definitely for non-YouTubers over there makers. Because she says, okay, there's a color fun, tag swap, collage, and stencil mania for non-YouTubers to play at, right? Definitely. And she's a non-YouTuber.
Oh, yeah.
Just because she's on YouTube doesn't count.
No.
She's only here because we turned this
The
stuff
only
on.
kind of videoing I do is ceilings, and I do a great voiceover. That's a little private joke there.
Nope. Her audio's out of this world. Her video, not so much.
If you don't mind staring at
You
the...
like the ceiling.
Hey, well, at least in this position over here, you get to watch the fan move around. Over there, it was just
Straight wall.
straight wall.
Or ceiling.
Straight ceiling. Oh, now see, this could be a good one.
Oh, I was still over in the website. Let me see where we at.
Woohoo, woohoo. All right, let's get some pink on that baby. Where's my pink? Pink, 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 pink.
We got 75, what I'm showing. So some of y'all, give them thumbsy upsies.
Oh my gosh, where is my...
If you're unsure, that's okay. Just hang out. We might get funnier.
Here we go.
Then you can...
It's highly unlikely.
But,
Oh my, why are my glasses
Are you fogging up?
fogging up?
You're so hot.
I'm so hot. Whoa! Check that out. My best friend just had a little. We'll probably have to pick her up. I'll call Ian and tell him to go revive Fran.
Fran, you okay?
Gosh darn that stuff.
Hey, you know what? She's been kind
That
of
stuff
warming.
stinks.
She's been warming up to the pink.
Well, I think I've managed to dirty it up a bit.
I'm gonna go grab a jacket. Tired of being cold. This is my
I'm
problem.
telling you what, these birds are creating some hot temperatures here, y'all. I might be running a slight temperature.
Could be. Could be.
But I've got it taken care of with all of my self-medicating.
Silver Granny says, P is working so hard that the steam is rising. Man, you kind of hit that one right off the bat.
Didn't I? I'm telling you, it's those 2 blacks. Carrie was right. Remember when he said?
The black.
Okay, the black. Okay, we're going to use some of the new. Never to be used before.
So, hey, Paula, you gotta mix the 2 blacks.
Is this?
I don't know if it has a thing. I bet it has a thing.
Can you see a thing? I can't see a thing.
Give me. Yeah, it's that thing.
Oh my gosh, if they even provided you with 2 little tags
No,
in case
there's 3.
one of them doesn't.
Yeah, well, in case you mess one up. You've got 3 opportunities. Yeah, don't waste that. It's beautiful. It's really interesting how different this is from the other ones, though. It's more red
Seems to be.
than the other burnt.
Okay, can you take care of that?
Yeah, I can. Don't.
Because, you know, this is not something that you waltzing Matilda with. You got to get on it.
And then somebody had asked, I can't remember, and I do apologize, because it was very late at night, I think, when I answered.
Okay,
But-
well, that already dried, so that's no worries.
Well, you know that with those liquid
Yeah.
text things. They're like,
Yeah, they're
they're
dry.
liquid powder.
They're liquid. They're dry before they ever get out of the tube or the vessel there.
Yeah.
And I can't swatch that because I don't have any.
Gayla said that was 7 things. I don't know if you were. She's counting.
Is she counting?
Just know
for
she's counting.
God's sake, she needs to drink more.
Are you drinking yet, Gayla? Have we driven you there yet? You said you were drinking the Kool-Aid. Just know it was spiked.
All right, here we go. Let's get some of this on here.
Oh goodness.
Okay, so that's going to hopefully grab up our quinacridone burnt orange that has already dried on the plate. Anyway, that's the reigning philosophy here. If I can get my paint back in there, I don't want it knocking the rest of those off of the hoop-de-doo.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's squirt out a little small amount of.
I also have the air on, so that was probably not like good timing as far
Oh,
as
that
like
was horrible timing. but
whipping
boy,
out the liquid text.
I'm feeling a lot better.
I gotta figure out this air conditioning.
Number rabbit technique.
Oh, okay. Anyway, so what I was going to say, somebody had asked about, hey, why were some of the hairy violets still white, and some of them had the paint had pushed underneath? And I said that part of it, I believe, is that where you put the paint.
Oh, hey, just a minute. I started out with white, remember?
Oh, with the phoenix.
No, the other day.
Right, but
The
not
birds, white.
right. The birds did not all stay white.
Oh, because it seeps underneath.
It seeps
Yeah,
underneath,
Especially
where
the
you put the
liquid
paint.
stuff. That I just squirted a little of that magenta out there. But that's to kind of help everything kind of, start peeling up and... And the other day, remember when Carrie said you need to add some more black? Well, this is true. But what we decided was the main factor in the success of this technique is that the stencils start off new. And you start off with black.
Does this still count as pink, Fran? I don't think this counts as pink.
By golly, it does too. Look at that.
Well, I think it's more magenta. Grapey,
That is
wine,
pink.
mulberry.
Now the
It's
orange
beautiful, though.
is not necessarily quite there yet, but all
Oh
right.
man,
so,
that was fast. All right, Eddie. Now remember, those of you, my little YouTuber awesome crew, those of you that are receiving the IMPP stencil packets,
you have obligations.
You have obligations. That's number 1. And during those obligations, please reiterate to the folks at home watching that they are IMPPs, that the ones they will be getting would not, be in this condition, and nor do we typically send them out, but our little YouTuber crew is kind of special.
Yes.
Or they can show up for giveaways. But I tell you, I've been clearing out the giveaway box.
Yeah, it's getting
'Cause
kind of
quite
thin pickings.
Quite a few, you guys. And the funny thing is because, see, like we have certain stencils that we end up with more IMPPs just because they're tricky to cut. Or they went through numerous testing and also like getting them to the point where it's like, okay, we know we consistently get it to cut and we aren't going to run into snags, and literally like snags.
Yeah.
Or
where it grabs
gets
it
it-
and
yeah.
starts tearing instead of
Yeah.
thing.
Or the machines, sometimes the Crickets just decide to, like have a little, what? What's going on?
I don't remember this one.
Oh, IMPP, and I laugh at it because really, like, it's imperfectly perfect. So, like, the IMP and then P. It's not like a true.
Oh, we're getting a lot of good stuff, not so much definition on my bird.
I know. Come on. You come. Yes, you come.
Okay, Mariah, you can turn off the air conditioning. All right, I'm going to try some transparent red iron oxide, which really is definitely in the orange family. But you know what I might do before I do that is do another layer of black, because I'm not getting definition on my birds. See that?
Yeah.
I mean, look at that beautiful background. I'm telling you what, this technique is so fussy. It's just you just get it going, and then when you have a beautiful background, all of a sudden you don't have any definition of your birds. Or you have really great definition of whatever it is on the plate and not a very interesting background. And it's hard to make all of these happen at the same time. I mean, it's just really hard. Hard.
It's hard.
Hard. But now you know what we could do. Now if we, that just turns into a funky green. Oh, let's do it. I just need a little bit of liquid here with the heavy body to make it a little less. And sometimes this turns out to be a really horrible green. I'm hoping that's not today. No, I don't dislike green, but I don't think it's going to help with our goings-ons here. Oh, and I think this is going to be lovely. It's going to leave some more stuff behind. It's already grabbing paint that's already there. And we do have to go through this stage where, you know, we have the black out.
Susan, make sure that whenever you're over there in Makers, you know, it has the little, there's a, you know, arrow. You can scroll through them. They all should be highlighted because you'll have the swap, the collage prompt.
Yeah, I even found it. My partner's Lori.
Well, that, yeah.
Is that okay to say that?
Yeah.
Because everybody knows anyway. They can look.
Yeah.
She's excited, and she said intimidated. I told her don't be. Half of what's good that happens on my camera is an accident. I occasionally can repeat it.
Hi, Anthony. All right, we're back.
Hey, we're back with the black. All right. Well, we pulled off a lot of it, but look, we're still getting that goldy stuff. I'm going to hit it again with the orange.
Oh, Anne says she thinks the featured section is acting bonkers. Things I know.
What?
Facebook.
How can this happen?
It's Facebook. They can do whatever they want. They do weird things. Just the feed is acting funky again. When sometimes you click on a post and sometimes it opens up. Sometimes it kind of stays there and you can put a comment, and sometimes it just kind of disappears.
Use a little this to make it a little bit more liquidy.
I like it.
Plus, it's, you know, it's going to add another dimension to the orange because it's got blue in it. Strung that across there just perfectly. Did you see that?
You might also be able to click, because at the top there is like a little navigation, click featured, and then it opens up into like more of a feed. And so they'll look like more like posts going up and down. That might be helpful. Or Anne says to PM her, she'll help you, which thank you both.
Thank you, Anne. Well, Lori, I sure hope that you're enjoying this. This is going to be our tags. And you will get this whole thing. I just have to decide which one is the best.
All right. Well, since we aren't going to do the book,
Is it getting to be?
Well, no, you got like 30 minutes.
Oh,
sure. But I'm going to show you.
Wow, that went fast.
I'm going to show you these things.
Oh.
And it's something Brad kind of thought up because he was cleaning out our files in Cricut and saw that I had some old stuff in there. But he was kind of thinking that would these be fun to play with as far as maybe making tags, because you could even get them all painty
Oh, I want to do it.
Um,
Look at this. This may be the one. That may be. Oh, that's so wonderful. All right, pink. We need pink. We need pink quickly. Quickly. No.
And if you guys are on your phones, it could even just be like an update thing that might need to happen. And even if your phone does automatically update, sometimes you have to push someone or go in and manually make it happen.
Oh yeah, I
To
think
push those updates.
because I saw today that somebody did the spring theme with little people. And they had little umbrellas and everything. It was really cute. I can't remember who it is. If anybody else saw that, can you remember who it was?
People with umbrellas.
It's little figures, and they have umbrellas. They're holding umbrellas, and it's raining. I mean, there you go. All right, now this is, how about this pink, Mariah? Check it out.
Oh, I love it.
It's a little more fiery pink.
Yeah, the combo with the traces of metallic. But that's yes, perfectly said, Sarah.
Yes, I'm loving that. I'm really loving that so much.
Oh, it was Yanka. Is that how you say it? Paula, and you know us, we sometimes have problems. That did the little.
Who is?
It's Yanka. Her
Paula's
Netherlands, yes, buddy.
Yeah. It could.
Now is she also in Amsterdam or?
Yes, she's Deutsch. Well, I don't know if they would say it was. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I'm so excited about this. Let me see what orange now.
All right, Mary Ellen, what's up with necklace? I think she said it a couple times, and sorry, I forgot about earlier.
Oh, talk about my necklace. Yes. I want to talk about my necklace.
All right, she's supposed to remind you, I guess, huh?
Yes,
Okay.
to talk about my necklace because it's funny. It's kind of funny. And it's kind of Eastery.
Oh, yes. Okay.
I mean, I just missed it by a couple days.
Thank you, Mary Ellen.
3 or 4. It's really pretty good timing for me.
Yeah. Tell you, it takes all of us.
Yeah. I told Mariah, I said, well, it's about time to take down the Christmas tree. Izzy's birthday's coming up.
I know, I told her.
And she said, well, we're going to the pool for her birthday. I thought, oh, well, what the heck? We'll just leave it up for next year.
No, we are not. We're taking it down. It's ridiculous.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, this is winter chicken dinner.
Look at this.
Hold that one up for a minute.
Look at this.
Oh, hello, Kristen.
Well, I think that's kind of hard to beat. Okay, now here we go. We can talk about, because remember, I didn't have any color underneath these today. So it will be whatever color you put on top of it now.
Yeah, what you're seeing is just the Yupo.
Yes, you're seeing the back of the Yupo because I didn't have anything down. And it would be a beautiful, because I've got such great stuff. Really, I'm going to stop right now simply because, and let me tell you why. I've got lovely stuff on the outside here, and I have enough definition in the middle that I feel good about that. So, somebody said, well, how do you know when to pull them? It is a totally personal.
Yeah. Gotta just, when you're ready and you feel like you've got enough of the outline and the colors that you're kind of looking for, and that's mushy and mucky muck all the way around. Oh, Maxine, thank you. What's that for? She gave us some super chat.
Oh,
Thank you.
Maxine, thank you. It's for paint.
It isn't always for paint.
Maxine, you need to let us know. What is that? What is it for? Now, Mariah,
Uh-huh.
I might want to send these to my tag person.
Oh.
Because they're so beautiful like they are.
Are you begging for some new
I'm
ones
begging
already?
for new
Wow.
ones.
We haven't even sold any. She's begging
Hey,
for
y'all
more.
hurry up and buy those because I need
She needs another pair.
another pair. But now I want you to see, I don't know if you can.
These are the bigger ones.
No, these are the smaller ones.
Those are
I
small
think the
ones?
bigger ones right here.
Okay.
And I would even like a smaller one.
Small. I don't...
Yeah, I know. I always ask for that because I
know.
love. But can you see the shimmer around the edges of the lines there?
You got some weird purple stuff left behind there. That's all right.
Where's the weird purple stuff?
Inside of the bird. So whatever was on your plate.
Oh, yeah. Well, if I were really worried about it, I could come in with a Q-tip and get that out of there. I don't know that it's making me that crazy. I might get some of the big ones out over here.
Yeah, and that is very true, Eddie. He says a good reason to have your plate on the acrylic is so that you can look at it on the flip side. That was one of the main reasons. And being able to move them around.
Yes, and here's the other thing. If you are just using, if you have pattern background or whatever going on there.
Oh yeah, I think these will end up as a stamp for sure.
How in the world are you ever going to get off or know for sure what you're getting? Now this is about as anally retentive as I get.
I was gonna say, wow.
Yeah. And I'm just going to get that one spot there because it was really bothering me. That one is too close, even with the little pointed.
Hey, Charmaine.
I do not want to be taking off any
That goodness.
of my good lines going on here, so I have to be really careful.
Here we go. Kayla's got it. It's almost like you can't pull the stencil until you reach some level of self-actualization.
Oh, God, that's so good. Can I use that? Yes.
Aw.
Hell yeah.
Maxine said it was super chat for Izzy's birthday. Aw.
Oh, okay.
That baby doesn't need anything but thank you. I will make sure she gets something a little nice and safe from Maxine.
Okay, I gotta tell you, this is just pretty funny. This is kind of how I operate. Okay, so we got this clay in the mail, and I'm going,
From Amazon.
I don't remember ordering that. Those people, gosh darn it, they're charging me for stuff I didn't order.
I said, Mom, you ordered the mouse. I said, how much was your cart?
What I do is I add them to my cart so then I can come back and look at them with Izzy.
But you got to do is save it for later. You didn't save it.
I didn't.
She just kept it in the cart. Anyway, there was two.
But, so I ordered, Van's mouse died.
Well, it needed to be really
yes,
taken out to pasture.
Yeah, poor thing, it was way past euthanasia. It should have gone a long time ago. But anyhow, I ordered him his little Apple mouse. And it came in with the clay, and I'm like, well, no wonder that order was a lot more.
Dipsy said she's cleaning up those little birds like a good mama bird. Cleaned up your birds.
Well, I just think that these are so wonderful.
Oh, that sounds lovely, Carla.
What is it?
She's sitting on the porch watching us with dappled sunlight coming through dogwood blossoms. Now, poor Brad, his head would just be inflated. Life is extremely good right here, right now. That's so sweet.
Alrighty. Now we're going to go back through the prints.
Do you want to show these little things and talk to them about, I mean, I don't think these are...
You know what I need to do that I promised I would do is put a coat on the, this.
Yeah.
On the bird family. This is what Izzy,
yes.
right away she said, oh, Gigi, look. Now, she said this was her daddy, but that's because...
he's always sneezing and just sniffling.
Whatever. And she said that this one over here. Now, one of these was me because it was kind of chunky. This is definitely her. And I think this was you, Mariah.
That?
I can't remember. We'll have to ask her.
What, Brad's the one? So Brad's the sniffly one.
Brad's the sniffly one. You're the one on the opposite side.
Oh, and then, so Popsy's back.
Popsy, me, and Izzy.
Okay.
There we go. That's how this family goes.
That's great.
Now, you don't decide your paint color looking at this side, folks.
Oh, but he said pull Tuesday's print. Well, she hasn't even put the paint on it.
Oh, I've got one to pull back
Okay,
there.
well, all right.
But this is what you're looking at. Look at those fantastic colors in
Bye, Christy.
the hairy feathered violets.
Turn that around.
Hairy violets. Aren't they wonderful?
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is where we decide. Are we going to go with a color or are we going to go with a neutral?
I think that you should use the ice blue. I know you don't like using that always as a pull, but...
I don't like using that as a pull because it's not a very good, especially with this many layers of paint.
But it's a really
But I will
wonderful
compromise with you and go with
Oh, the...
Arctic. Well, I'm getting low
Yeah.
on this.
Is that Arctic?
No,
No,
this
that's
is
phthalo
light
blue.
phthalo.
Yeah, that's the one, though. Yeah.
Because this is a good pull color.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good one.
That is right. Hairy violets in all their glory can only be found here, nowhere else but PM. No one else has hairy violets.
I just think it's so cool. And of
See,
course,
Lisa Mingus, she said the ice blue too.
I really wished I could take credit for this, but you know, these guys are bookends. You know about the thing of bookends in your composition? That's to keep people from going off. Well, these two bookends both ended up with the white on them.
I know. Well, and I said, I think that that's because you mainly squirt your paint right there in the middle.
Could be.
So once you've rolled it out
yeah.
over there on the ends, they kept the white more so.
I think that you might be right. I love this. This is such nice paint. And you know, what you do discover after a while is that each paint has its own textural properties. And the thing that I love that is consistent about golden is they're creamy. I can count on them being, you know, brayering out beautifully. And yes, you do pay for them, but you know, if it's important that you... I'd rather have a little bit of really good paint than a whole lot of bad. Because it will make a difference. And I'm trying to get... I don't want to get down there on that end yet because I'm not ready to give that up.
And also says the two on each end have more space without the holes. So that could be it too. That it gets pushed, see if they're little, that gets kind of trapped in there and doesn't get pulled up.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And so it just keeps pushing in.
Yeah. All right. I'm using really good paper.
This is the Jack Richardson print making paper. It's heavy duty.
And I'm really, I'm doing...
Push, push, push.
Push, push, push. I want to get it down into every single... And I know that this is going to pull really hard, but I don't care. This might be one that we frame and put in the dining room.
Yes, as a family portrait.
As a family portrait.
It would be cute.
And what we could do, we'd all stand in those positions.
Oh, that would be cute.
And then have that one right beside it.
I'll have to stand up taller and look thin like the bird in there. Maybe with a cape on.
Photoshop.
That's true. And Charmaine, so one of the key things is that, you know, knowing... Please turn that around. Turn. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Most of the time it doesn't matter because it's just a graphic. There we go. Contrast. Understanding what is going to create contrast.
Because if I'd done this in a dark color, I would have lost so much of the lines because it would have just blended in.
Yep.
And that Arctic blue brimmer, I do need to... I'm getting mighty low on that.
I do need a cape.
money left. I use it all.
Oh, I could use my my apron as my cape too. It seems like that would be dual purpose.
Oh yeah.
Anne's asking if I need a cape. I feel like she's gonna send me one. I'm not totally against this. If you send me a cape, you may have to send Izzy one too, because she'd be really peeved if I got a cape.
Oh.
And she didn't get a cape. She's into capes.
She is. No, I have some capes, as a matter of fact.
You have? Oh, well, yes, we have like the proper, like, you know.
The one that Sandagosh made.
Mm-hmm.
The hat matches.
And I have a purse that matches.
The lining of the hat is the same as the lining of the cape.
Yes, and I have one too.
Yeah.
I have a purse that has an M on it.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Fancy stuff. We don't go anywhere.
Fancy stuff. I don't know where we would go. We certainly don't need to take that to Baltimore.
Well, hey, we have 15 minutes.
Oh, you want to mess around with those? The shapes?
Can you punch the holes?
Oh, I don't want to punch the holes.
She thinks she's going to mess them up.
Because I've got a lot invested in it. I need a professional hole puncher, and that would not be my description. I'm not a hole puncher. I suck in the hole punching department.
Well, I think what we're going to do is...
I've been fired from the hole punching department.
Well, firing yourself doesn't necessarily count, but fair enough. I'm going to grab... All right, is the puncher over there?
Oh, yes, it's covered up.
Okay, well, can you unbury it, and then we're just going to swap sides. You can come read chat.
Okay.
And we'll try to get these holes punched. You know, why not? Not a proper one. I know, it is a travesty.
What?
Like, Izzy doesn't have a, you know, like an Izzy cape. Like, she makes capes. She ties things on and...
Oh, yeah.
You know.
Yeah, she's up for anything from trash bags to...
What's it?
Trash.
Yes, here, I'll just take that back over here. Well, you left your print, but I'll put it over on the thing. Alright, you go sit in my chair.
Alright, let me have this and I'll put this away.
Or did you not think I was going to put it in the right place?
No, well, you wouldn't have handled it correctly.
Well, that's probably, could be true. Alright, and you got to kind of guide me through what you're, you know, thinking. Because I'm sure you got ideas.
Of course, always.
Alright, don't forget about chat.
Okay.
Okay.
Just a minute, let me fluff up her pillow here. It's gonna
Squish down.
squish down and get the scarf out of here.
Should be careful about some of these notes in here.
And I want you to know that, and Izzy says this, she says, Mommy, caught in the wires here.
Just gonna topple it all over.
Topple it all over them. She says, Mommy, you can use that pillowcase. It's really mine, but you can use it. She told me the other day again. But it's the Pegasus that Anne sent her.
Okay, so this,
Well, I think,
this is where I'm punching the holes?
You guys are so versatile, keeping things fresh. Oh, bless your heart, Wendy. I just got back. What's going on? Well, Eddie, I don't know. You just have to watch it. I can't. Tell us about the necklace. Okay, so I'm going to tell you about the necklace. Where is everybody? There you are.
I'm just going to start punching holes.
Mariah's going to start punching holes. I think that we can multitask here, and you can, put one eyeball on this side and one on that side.
Yep.
Okay, so this came from the flea market in Santa Fe. And I was, I just loved it because it has a little piece of, it looks like beer bottle glass in the middle. And it has this little kind of, I thought it was just kind of a sun. But I was wearing it, I just put it on a chain that I had, that day. And was wearing it around and happened to go back through this same place. And they said, well, you know what it is? It's the 12 disciples. And it just cracks me up because if you really look, you can see their little faces. So it's, isn't that funny? And they're all, holding their hands. They're all doing a bit of a prayer thing. Yeah, I'll have to I'll hold it under the technology when I get over yonder. Now see how easily she does that? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, her lining these up actually would have been, I mean, it would have taken an hour. And I'm not being rude, I'm just...
It's because of, because of the swoop down part of one of my eyes. And do you see how I had that line going down there? I mean, the thing, and the reason that they couldn't be measured is because we didn't measure the tabs of the binding tape when we did it. You just kind of eyeballed them.
Yeah.
So, each one has to be unique to its position. Oh, look how beautiful that ribbon goes with that turquoise. Isn't that just gorgeous? I've just got to make
So now may I remove this?
Yes, because you're done with that one. You can't, but don't get it mixed up with any of the others. Because that's the only one it works on.
This is custom.
Each one is custom. Oh, I'm not reading the chat. Okay. Okay, what? I think allergies. I can barely open my eyes. They are so swollen. Oh, bless your heart. Mine doesn't go into my eyes. It goes into my chest. Always. Judy P, do you remember the stencils off the top of your head? Judy P, I don't know. She's really good about that. Okay. Yes, Polly, you may go pee. That's awful. Okay, it is Mormon.
Am I under the? Am I in the right place? So you guys can kind of see how I'm lining up and.
Yeah, are you seeing that? Is the eye thing, P? I have distance perception issues. It can be hard. I do too. See, and my thing is like knowing. I have one eye that still has attached to the whatever the back part is, so I have a swoop down. Really do, and it's hard for me sometimes to see where things are. I'm not making that up. I'll send you a printout from my eye doctor.
Just make a book out of it.
Eddie says a cool washcloth helps when my eyes get like that. I have a lavender sachet thing that you put in the freezer, and it freezes the lavender and keeps it cold for a long time. Post the necklace in Makers. Will do, Sandy.
Do you want me to leave this one on here? You have extra notes. Right side of the book, left side of the book.
Yes. That would probably be good.
That other one didn't have notes on it, so I don't
it only goes in one way.
Okay.
But this one could go in different.
Okay.
See, if I used it on the other side, it wouldn't be the same. I think I'll figure that out.
I could have chomped some things.
No, because I haven't figured out, Mariah.
No, I meant like... Never.
She doesn't believe me.
I do.
But I am
Is this
telling
as
you.
riveting as y'all wanted it to be?
Okay, well, let me see. Okay. Ice just helped do.
I will say, this tool, well worth it. And see how nicely you can see. I mean, if you can see through it, you don't have a, swoopy eyeball.
You can really line it up right on the dot. Right on the money.
Right on the money.
Yes. Van used to keep his eye drops in the refrigerator, but he doesn't anymore.
Yeah, Brad keeps the ones that he uses in the fridge. Because he likes the cold.
Freezes your eyeballs.
Okay, I believe we are all punched up.
Okay, Fran says, you missed my joke, P. What was your joke, Fran? I don't know how to make that go back up there to...
You scroll it. Just scroll it.
I'm looking for Fran here.
I got little paper things everywhere.
Yes, I have a cape.
All right, are we putting...
Does that make you Wonder Woman, Fran? No, yours is more of the swishing across like this. The
God, that's beautiful.
Dracula. I know, isn't that?
Beautiful, beautiful.
Now, are you going to put the little hootie doos on?
Well, yeah. I guess are we going to decide what colors?
Yellow.
So, do you...
Oh, I can figure that out because
Okay.
see the door's on one side and the other one's on the other side. And their opposite colors are... I'm sure that I can figure that out.
All right, so... I shove that in there.
Okay.
So you want yellow on this one? Or do you don't want them to blend in? You want them to show up?
Yes, I want contrast. So I want...
Because look at that. I mean, that's
Let me
about
see.
spot on.
I know.
You want them to blend in.
I want yellow there.
You don't want the orange? I think the orange.
Orange would be good.
I think the orange is better.
Okay.
Now here's the other little dilemma. See, these aren't the double-sided things. So you're going to have a smush on one side and pretty on the other. So you have to decide.
Okay, put the smush on the busy side. Make sure the smush
Fair
is
enough.
on the...
I think that's a fantastic idea.
Because I don't think it's going to show up that much anyway.
Yeah.
Fran, do you have a logo on your cape? Fran says, before that, oh yes, I'm Wonder Woman, kinda. Uh-huh. A black velvet cape, yes. Oh, definitely.
Alright, are you watching the time?
No, where would that be?
Up in the right. Yeah.
4:55, you got 5 minutes.
Okay.
I'll
I'll show how to do kind of one of these.
Oh my goodness, Arkansas Quilter got hers for 75% off in the Walmart clearance aisle.
Alright, so see how lovely that's going to look?
Oh my goodness, I love it.
Alright.
So much.
A little hoop-de-doo. The whole... I got to double check before I tell y'all the right or wrong thing. I will say that the instructions on the crappy one that we had are better than the instructions on the Crocodile. Crocodile, way better actual tool, but the instructions for the cheaper one
Or sucky poo-poo.
are much better. Because they just show you, say right and wrong. And I like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that we do it the right way. Which is, you have the little nipply part. See? There's a, well, I guess they both have kind of a nipple on it. But, you know, the one that's, you know, in the cold.
Yeah. It's perky.
Yeah, it's perky. You grab that one. And then you smush it down.
Give it a squeeze.
And there we have it.
And there you have it. Ta-da!
Not like wobbly?
Texture Junkie says, is it wobbly?
Is it wobbly what?
It's not wobbly. Right?
Well,
see-
I'm just trying to kind of hold this out here so you guys can see.
Squeeze it.
Squeeze it.
Eddie says the male on the top and the female on the bottom. Well, we want some good Christian activity here.
Oh, God, please be good. Your disciples are not helping you.
Fantastical!
Yes, I love
Wild cheering!
All right, so there you have it.
Crocodile has crappy instructions. I totally agree.
Yes.
Okay. Tracy LeBouf says, if we buy a crocodile, can you shoot us a copy of the Cruddy One's directions?
Yes.
LOL.
Yes, I will.
Yes, we will. I don't have the coordination to
I
do
know,
that.
because look at, these are so,
Hey, I'm telling you,
look at these
I can't see where it's going.
versus now, of course, they did theirs in multiple languages, which I understand, and then you got to kind of make it small. But see, they tell you like top, bottom, correct, whatever, and I'm like, it took me a while to figure out really what that meant, and it's still confusing to me. I like this. It shows me the little thing, check mark, green arrow going there. I love that. This is the wrong way. Perfect. Isn't that wonderful? This little
Goes with the beer bottle bottom disciples. I know, I just thought that was, because it is very obviously, you know, some kind of cheap glass with some paper behind it or something. And they're not silver, they're not good metal or anything, they're just some crap metal.
Do you want to, you know, do you want them all to be, hopefully we have enough to do all your holes in the same thing, but.
Oh, well, that's
You can
gonna...
put blue over here, I like that.
Yeah, I trust your judgment there. I think that looks really beautiful. I'm so glad that, you know, Carrie said something about that. I think he was the one that said. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, I mean, yeah. Oh, Fran said she found the real instructions on YT. What's the product name on the crappy one so we can download the PDF?
Oh.
I don't even know what it is.
I don't remember. And that's really all they...
It's just some off-brand.
Yeah.
Okay. Barbara said I would expect Fran to have a cape. There's no note yet.
Alright, so we're going to do blue on that one. We'll do more of that later after, you know, the stream. Again, which colors, which side.
It just makes it complete with the eyelets. I agree, Judy. And then that wonderful thread and the lacing, and I'll do the lacing on...
You want yellow in this one?
I don't know.
I'll tell you, with this being thick, it's business, man.
Is it hard to get through there?
It kind of is. Oh, there we go. There's sort of a little wiggle that you gotta
I don't
slide
like
it
that
and
color.
push. Well, we may need to order more of these boogers before we finish out everything, because there's a lot of holes.
Try the red. Just hold it up there for a moment. I like it. And we have red in the okay, sorry, I'm not lacing for sure. The finished product is going to be matte. Is going to be magical. I'm thinking it will be too. And see, I need to, the next thing we need to do after I get the pages in is go ahead and make the rest of the pockets with the fabulous, remember, stars in the background.
Alright, so there's just the 3, right? Or is there a 4th? No. Oh, there's a 4th. No. There's 3 that are getting sewn in.
Yes.
Okay. So that'll be the color choices that we go with there. How are we doing on the time? Should be kind of here at the end.
5:01.
Oh, man. All right. Let me switch us
Yeah.
back in regular
Switch us
spots.
back here. Bye, y'all. I'll see you on the other side. Literally. You know what we're talking about now.
The do-si-do.
Do-si-do.
And that was the wire that almost took her out.
Oh my gosh, I just love this. I think it's
Yeah,
so...
it looks really cool on the screen.
And see, look here. Look at this.
Mm-hmm. That's going to be fun.
And then I'm going to lace it with... Oh, I could lace it with this.
All right, guys. Thank you so much
Or
for
I could
hanging
lace it
out.
with the
She's
purple.
killing me. We'll see you back here on Sunday where we will lace these up, sew them in, and do some other things that we, you know, normally do. But we'll see you back here then. Bye, guys.
Bye.